Okay, you're welcome. Good afternoon. My name is Tunde Isan. I'm going to be your psychotherapist and counselor for this section. You are here because of you want to get counsel about racial slurs and discrimination at place of work or in college. This will be our first section. We'll be having 3 sections. After this, we have another in a week. Then the third section will be in another week, the week thereafter. Kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Michael Larry.
Okay, what's your status in this country?
I'm a citizen.
A U.S. citizen? To be
Yes,
precise?
yes, citizen. Yeah.
Okay, and what do you do for a living?
I'm currently a student and a part-time worker.
Okay, you work with where?
I work at Walmart.
Okay, so you're into customers and public relations?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's about your counseling on racial and racial discrimination and slurs. I know you must have been experiencing or going through a lot of it at the place of work because different people come into the place with different ideas, with different mood, and they could be nasty at times, they could be good. So, have you ever been racially abused by anyone?
Not physically, because I'm mostly with my friends, but they say it to me all the time, but they say it as a joke, but sometimes it can be, it will be
On the other side.
on the other side of low esteem, and even from the customer sometimes, but it tend to,
Okay, they say it as a joke and as if they don't mean it.
yeah.
But if you have to go deeper, it means that it's what they actually meant, but they're only trying to hide their feelings. So, and how do you feel about all that?
I feel a little bit low esteemed and not so happy to hear it, but at the same time, it's like I have no choice just to continue to pretend to ignore them and just laugh and continue to make jokes about it.
So you bring yourself together, you don't want to show it that it's painful, but deep down in you, you feel the pain of being racially caused, or people using N-word at you, F-word at you, or using your cultural background to deal with you. So, and what have been your reactions? What was your reactions to most of it?
Most of my reaction is really surprised that they chose to use that word against me like that without consideration. I get the point that we are in a society where a friendship where we communicate a lot, we joke around a lot, but when it comes to that part, it's just a little bit surprising and it will be worrisome.
So, okay. So, where are you from originally?
I'm mostly from Nigeria.
Nigeria, okay. So you're surprised that people at this stage and at this age could still be using racial slurs and not minding the feelings of the other party.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a good thing for people to use racial slurs and?
It's sort of a good thing. It's not really because I guess African Americans. It's sort of a good. It seems like a good thing because they're black on black. They call it the name, but at the same time, I was a little surprised that it was a name given to them by a white person back then, but they were doing their slavery time back in the days. But at some point, I felt like they would just snap out of it and stop saying it. But they're used to saying it every time. But when a white man says it, it's a little bit insulting because they're the one who developed.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. That they use the language amongst themselves. But if a white man uses it against them, they feel bad about it.
They feel bad, and their reaction is.
So, but if they use it against you too, and you feel bad about it because of the history. So, if a white man used that, how would you feel about it?
Oh, I'll be a little bit disappointed and angry at the same time, but maintain my cool about it.
Okay, you maintain your cool.
Yeah, I'm calm and just pretend it doesn't bother me and just, move on and try to change the topic.
And you believe at times it bothers you. You just want to feel that way that it doesn't bother you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask you this question. Do you see every white man or woman as a racist, or what's your perception of them?
I'd say not really every one of them. They're racist, but sometimes it's hard to tell. Sometimes whether they are or whether they're not, just by the way they look at you or the way they approach you and communicate with you. Sometimes, at the same time, there's a lot of videos out there of
There
them.
is a body language, the way they talk to you.
It's
that
about like
makes
you
you
can feel like.
Is it every one of them or just some of them?
Some of them are like, you can see that they have more calm, you can feel their vibe, but like, okay, either communication, and you don't have to, their mind is not there. You can see they're not really thinking about color or race, but some of them is like when they communicate with you, sometimes it feels like based on their body language and how they talk and how they approach you, it feels like that's what's going through their mind. That could be wrong, it could be right, but I don't know, but it feels like it sometimes.
Okay, have you been able to adjust to some of the cultures of the white or the African Americans since you've been in this country?
I'll say yeah. I'm able to adjust to the law in the sense of the way how they call themselves the N word, and their approaches towards each other. Like I'm able to adapt to the aggressiveness of their being
But by and large, you're still friendly with them at the place of work. What about in your school? Do you go through such things from your fellow students?
Not really, because I don't really feel that way because I'm mostly in a class with mostly mixed culture, people from different culture, barely any whites in there, but if there is white within the class, but they don't really show or display any sign of racial.
So the atmosphere within the student is good.
Yeah.
What about your professors? Do you think any one of them must have been
No.
trying to be racist towards you in your marks in the class? Or?
No, they've not really tried to do that because they're mostly in the class teaching students with mixed cultures of 20 or 50 students. They don't really discriminate. The only time I know that I feel like it was during they have a college event. Then college event within the college about different kind of people come from different colleges interviewing people. Hey, you want to come to my college? I said, yeah, sure, why not? But one of them that really surprised me says, when he said, do you? Oh yeah, you want to come to the college? For people like you, we have a special program, and the way he said that, people like you kind of like discriminate, like okay.
So a professor said that.
No, it's not a professor. It's one of those. I'm one of those college advisors from different colleges, counselors from different colleges.
He said that to you, people like you.
It's for people like you. We have a special program, special finance.
How did you feel on that day?
I feel like okay, like that was like, and because even the one of the counselor was next to me from a different college was next to me was kind of surprised that she said it that way, and she was even surprised and she was even going all the way explaining right in there. Go to your people don't mind go this, your people don't mind like this, your people like this, your people like so. At some point, it's like I gotta walk. I just pretend hold my emotions.
Did that affect your psyche of going to college?
Yeah, it does affect myself of going to the college because they have
to that particular college.
Yeah,
or to another college.
Not to that particular college, but I don't know about any other particular college. How discrimination they have, but I don't want to be pointing fingers. But that's why. But that particular college in general kind of throw me up a little bit. Okay.
And in the environment you live, have you noticed anything like you treated racial discrimination or so?
No, not really.
There's nothing like that.
No, I don't mix it.
So by and large, most of the time, you experience such things in your place of work, where people come in to buy and go. At least they tend to, the body language at times will show them as racist, or they use a racial slur and so on. Has that affected or made you have a regret to live in the United States?
No, it's not really changed my perspective because I enjoy living in the United States. I've been staying there for a while. I grew up in Africa, so I'm not used to the world. That's why I didn't allow it to bother me much.
Okay. All right. I appreciate your coming today. It's been nice talking to you. Just like I said, we'll be having 3 sections. This is the first section. Next week, we'll be having another section, and the upper week we'll be having a third section. This is how far we're going to go for today. I wish you safe journey back to your place, and when next we come back, we'll talk more about it and some other topics. Thank you for coming in.